best photography.
Oh, your photographs did?
No, they photoed me.
Oh, they photoed.
Yeah, but I look really nice in there. Yeah.
Is there any limit to your ambition?
No.
Or any limit to what you think you can achieve?
No. Well, no. Because I think right now, if I was to quit rapping and I said I want to go to the NBA, I would be in the NBA.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Why would you think you could make it to the NBA?
Because I think I could do anything.
What if I told you that there's a way that you can achieve anything you want? That there's a simple switch right now that you can do that will change the whole trajectory of your life. And I know you might be thinking, well, that's total BS, but it's not. And all that it is just a simple mindset shift called the growth mindset. And depending on what you apply it to, it can have an insane amount of benefits towards your life. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to attain a growth mindset and how to become aware of your fixed mindset, even if you have a growth mindset. Because we all have a part of us that has a growth mindset in certain areas in life and then have a fixed mindset in other areas. And even if you do have a growth mindset, you can have a growth mindset in an environment of scarcity. But for most people, the limitation of your mindset is the limitation of your environment. And then at the end, I'm gonna tell you the core reason why this mindset is so powerful. But first, you have to know the difference between a fixed mindset, which a majority of people have, versus a growth mindset. So let me give you a scenario. So you have two people that have the same goal. They want to get better at playing the guitar, picking it up, you know what I'm saying, strumming them string. And so you have person A, who is actually better than most people starting out, but then he dropped it prematurely because he experienced a plateau and then blames it on the skill being not for him. And then you have person B, who is actually the worst person you can ever imagine playing the guitar for the first time. But he kept going, and when he experienced the same exact plateau as person A, he powered through it and broke through it. And at the end of it, he got better. 3 years later, he's a totally different guitar player that is unrecognizable. Person A had a fixed mindset. He believed that every single person has a certain cap on their potential depending on their genetics or just because the world said so. No matter how hard they try, no matter what they do, their potential is just innate. If something isn't just for you, then you just won't be good at it. Person B had a growth mindset. He believed that our potential isn't capped on our natural ability, but by our effort. You see, person B had the awareness that he was going to suck playing the guitar, that playing the guitar was going to suck, that it was going to be embarrassing. But he kept going anyway because he knew with time and effort that he was only going to get better. Here's the thing about a growth mindset that most people don't talk about. You see, people with a fixed mindset think that there's a set destination, that there's a level cap, a max level, a 99 overall. But with a growth mindset, there is no final destination. There's only the next location. They realize consciously or unconsciously that the journey is never complete because you're only going to get better and better and better and better. So obtaining a growth mindset, how does one do that necessarily? See, the funny thing about this question is that I believe that we're actually born with a growth mindset. You see, when we're young and babies and infants, we don't think that we can't walk or talk, even though we've definitely failed doing such things numerous times. What happens is that we obtain a fixed mindset through life. See, when growing up, we see other people quitting and failing at things, saying that these things aren't for them. But when things are hard for us and it seems easier for other people, we make the same excuse as others. This skill that I wanted, this job that I wanted, this life that I want isn't for me. What happens is that our ego gets in the way of our growth mindset, how we think of ourselves and what we think that we can achieve. From comparison, noticing that things come easier to other people, how things are just not for you. These are all egocentric things to say. From your self-talk, I can't do it. I am really good at this. It's too hard for me. I am naturally better than most people. These are all fixed wordage. See, People with a fixed mindset see their shortcomings as a reflection of who they are. People with a growth mindset see their shortcomings as a reflection of the effort needed to be the person they will eventually become. Your failures aren't a reflection of you, and they never were. Realize just because you can't do something now doesn't mean you can't do it later. So your self-talk has to be, sure, I suck now, but give me 3 years and you'll be surprised at where I'm at, that I'm on the right track, that I'm getting better.
Well, I think we were shooting. I think we were shooting 20%, and today we shot 26%. So we got better.
You see, the key here is to not have the ego associate itself with your failures or your successes. That's the easiest way to inflate it. But rather associate yourself with the effort that you put in. This is why when raising children, you shouldn't praise them for how smart they are, but praise them on how much effort that they put in, simply because they'll do better in the long run, and it won't hurt when they do feel dumb. But notice how you talk to yourself in different scenarios, how you talk to yourself playing Elden Ring versus how you talk to yourself when trying to play a guitar. Even though Elden Ring is much harder than any instrument, you talk to yourself as if you believe that you can beat the game, regardless of how many times you died and failed and died again, because you realize that's just simply part of the game, versus how you talk to yourself playing the guitar in a way that you don't believe that you can get good, simply because your fingers started hurting. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. And that's why the growth mindset is so powerful.
Is there any limit to your ambition?
No.
Or any limit to what you think you can achieve?
No. Well, no. Because I think right now, if I was to quit rapping and I said I want to go to the NBA, I would be in the NBA.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Why would you think you could make it to the NBA?
Because I think I could do anything.
You see, what makes a growth mindset so powerful is that it cultivates a belief in self, because your parents can believe in you, your siblings can believe in you, your friends, your coworkers, the stranger on the street can believe in you. Everyone in the world can believe in you. But if you don't believe in yourself, it'll never happen.
Have you ever played basketball?
Yes, I did.
Were you
pretty
okay?
good.
You
Yeah.
pretty good?
And the thing, I wasn't natural at all, but I ended up being on a team and winning championships and being a point guard.
Yeah.
You know, and it just came from, like, my talent is the ability to learn. If I could play you the tracks that I had when I was, you know, in 7th grade, and compare that to a Jesus Walks, All Falls Down, Stand Up, Overnight Celebrity. Hold on, I'm not finished. I'm going to name everything I nominated for a Grammy.
Okay, go ahead.
Slow jams. But if I could play you that right now and show you that track, and I'll go and shoot a jump shot right now and miss it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as how my tracks were right back.
He knew he wasn't naturally talented in any sort of way to make him believe he could do the things he wanted to do. It was his ability to learn, grow, and him trusting himself, trusting the process, that made him believe that he could do anything that he wanted to do.
You know, anything in life that you put your mind to, you can do. The world is your oyster. That's all I tell people. And I really have a grasp of that, being that I nearly died. It's this, and it's heaven. While you're on earth, especially if you're not incarcerated, if you got to take advantage of this. And that doesn't mean for everybody to be a rapper, for everybody to be a producer. Do what you do to the fullest and live your life and just be happy.
Ye's ego helped him push and believe he can do what others think is impossible for himself. It thrived off of growth and challenge instead of comparing himself to other people. But ego isn't what you think it is. And I guarantee you that you have an inflated ego, even if you're not a self-absorbed narcissist. So if you want to know how to control your ego instead of it controlling you, I highly recommend you this video right here. It's a good vid. You know what I'm saying? It's a good vid.